Again, if you were going to look at her, that's where she's got to develop and get stronger. But that again comes with more time and work and strength. Good. Now that's what? 25 minutes, 20 minutes? And that is more than enough. So you give her a little walk and a breather, Marsha. And that is all we really want to look for in the young horses, not to do much more than that. And we work the horses 4 days a week. So our horses work a Monday, Tuesday, a Wednesday is a hacking day. So they go up on the roads and they hack. Now they don't school hacking, they literally walk. We have it that it's their rest day and the day for just walking and improving walks. They go up and down hills, again for fitness and improving the walk. And then Thursday, Friday we school them. So the young horses do between 20 and 25, 30 minutes. And then the older horses will do between 45 to an hour. And the hour is where they will go off for at least 10, 15 minutes. So the girls take the horses, they go off 10, 15 minutes, hack them up the road, come back, then they get warmed up, and then we school them. So realistically, work-wise and time-wise in the arena isn't that long. But again, very crucial that we have the time to warm them up and to cool them down. And the stretching, again, for the suppleness. Now, some days our horses only just stretch. They don't do anything else. They just have days where they do stretching and just work on the basics. And that is all the Grand Prix horses as well. And then other days, obviously, we do a bit more. So it's not always about just riding your horse up on the bit and doing all the tricks. So, me and Audrey, I'm going to show you the next part. Now, she is Dutch bred. So for me, I have to try and get my legs on her. And when you have a hot horse, it does sound a little bit backwards, but when you have a hot horse, you have to get your legs on. And when you have a lazy horse, you have to get your legs off. So when I say take your legs off a lazy horse, that is that you try not to keep kicking all the time. Because what a lazy horse makes you do is carry it. And you end up doing more and more and more. So, as I showed you with Marsha's horse, it's always about reactions, trying to get the horse to react, rather than the horse just being a little bit lumpy and slow. Good girl. So, we've done the straightness. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of leg yield. So, I use the leg yield again just to help me get my legs on. So I am thinking of flexing the horse to the right, and then she moves away from my right leg to my left rein, and then comes straight through the body. Don't look over there, thank you. And then I'll do it again. So a little flexion. Now think of a diagonal line as I'm moving sideways. So I go up and over the spool. I'm not letting her fall out my inside rein. So if I show you a bad one, and what you see quite a lot of, you see a lot of horses with a lot of bend in a leg yield. Now leg yield doesn't have bend, so you'll see this. So this is what people seem to try and do. And then they tell me they're doing leg yield. So that is an incorrect leg yield, because the horse is bending. And what the horse does, I'll do it once more. Sorry, Audrey. So the horse is bending and falling out the right shoulder. So what she's not really doing is pushing off my right leg to my left rein. So as I turn here from the centre line, I think of riding up to the corner. I get the flexion, so I think of seeing her right eye. And then I look forward up to where I'm going to ride. I keep the outside leg to stop her falling to the wall, but she's moving off my inside leg. So my right leg just pushes her across the school, but doesn't let her, my outside rein is not letting her fall to the left. And again, the rhythm. I don't want her to slow down just because I'm asking her to go sideways. Good girl. So, do it the other side. And again, it's really, really important to try and do what you do on one side, the other side. Good. Oh. But I love hot horses. And when you think of how much, when you get to Grand Prix, they have to do 3 tests. They have to do the Grand Prix special, and then they have to do a freestyle. Now, if you have a horse that only has enough fuel for 1 test, you're a bit stuck for the next 2. So I know a horse like this is going to keep going all day, every day. She never seems to run out of energy, which is lovely. I love it. And she works really much with me. So again, a really good character. She's brave. Good girl. Good. Right, so again, I just want to make it as easy as possible, and just always thinking of taking those shoulders slightly in front, position the shoulders to the left, to the right, sorry, and then I ride her up and forward and push her over. Good. So, then I come into, good girl, just try and get my legs on. Because every time she comes a little bit hotter, she makes me want to take my leg away, and then I have to put my legs back on again. So again, making little half halts. See, when I touch her with my leg, if you see what happens, I can make her start to see. So when I say I play around with suspension, so what I'm asking here, because she's so hot, she has all this energy, and at the moment she's not ready to do a suspension in the trot, but I can play where I just have that half halt. So with my rein, I make a little half halt. So I'm thinking a little bit with my legs like medium trot, but then with my reins, I'm saying whoa, whoa. I make a little half halt, and my half halt's a rebalancing aid. So now if I half halt, click, touch, then I start to get, that is the first stages of getting trot. Now it's not correct at the moment because she goes one up, one down, but that's where again, she's trying a little bit too hard, like that, I can feel it. But that's the first stage of that push to find the lift. Now I have to find the rhythm again, take the pressure off. She's very, very sensitive to my legs. So the smallest aid I do with my legs, her legs start flying all over the place. She's not really sure what she wants to do with them. But that's why it's so lovely when you have one that offers so much. Good. And then a bend. So if I want to flex her or bend her, I just open my inside rein and I think about really trying to get the bend through the body, around my inside leg, but again, not letting her fall out through the outside, so my outside leg supporting her. And then if I want to ride her straighter, think of having my hand forward, 2 reins and 2 legs. But always thinking of having the corner of her right eye that I can see when I'm on a circle. Good, and then a canter. So again, transitions. Now I can't kick mine like Marsha can kick hers, so I'll fall off. So, watch this, Marsha. So when I say go forward, I don't want to fall off now. So, click, touch, and mine goes. And it's not perfect, but she reacts. And I touch, and I go. Now you can't probably see me touch, but it's very, very slight, because she knows when I press, she goes. There's no if, buts, or maybe. It's very, very black and white. My legs mean go. So that at any point of my training, I want to press there and go. I go. And I can go. And I can go. And then I can also use my voice. Oh. And I don't mind if she changes legs or she makes a mistake. It doesn't matter. All I'm looking for is the reaction, that if I press her, then she must go. But then also, with my rein aid, I've got to bring her back. So she mustn't just take over. So then I'm going to think, walk with my reins, canter with my legs, and then she has to collect the canter. And again, it's not my job to hold her there in the canter, so I'm not forcing her, I'm not holding her. So I should be able to give the rein, and she stays there. Not that she runs away, but she's only 5, so she's only learning this at the moment. But I have her in the collected canter. I let go of my reins. Oops, she stops. Doesn't matter. Good. But you can see when I go to the collected canter, it just gets a little bit tight. Just relax her. Good go. Oh. Good. Good. So when she's ready, then I can let go. Good. And again, my legs, I'm not kicking her, I'm not holding her, I'm not forcing her to go. She has to stay there on the bit, in that collected canter. Good. And then I go forward again. So I have done, since I've ridden her, a lot of transitions. I've not stayed around in one rhythm. Oh, doesn't matter. Good girl. Good. And forward again. Back again. And then forward again. So she always is listening and waiting. Good. Well done. Good girl. Now I'm really making it difficult for her at the moment, because in this collected canter, she has to really carry and sit and take all the weight here. So I'm making her lift herself back, push this down, and carry herself. Now she's also got to carry me. Now she's only 5, so you're asking for quite a bit there, which is what you can see. It becomes difficult, so I do it, I let go, and then I can ride forward again, and then I take her out. And then I can bring her back again. And when I can do this, really easy, canter to walk, becomes so easy, because if I can do a good collected canter, I can make a really good canter to walk. And again, if you have a really big canter, it makes it very, very difficult to make a good canter to walk without it being on the forehand. So again, oh, good girl. Having that good balance, so now use the counter canter again, counter canter.